a seven-seater, you're after space, practicality, and that premium feel, well, this is a pretty good candidate. BMW X7. Just that this model is the most powerful X7 you can get, with 530 horsepower. Is it too much? Is it too obnoxious? Too ostentatious? Well, we have all this horsepower, we might as well use it. So let's have some fun. Let's check the practicalities and see if it is, in fact, too much of a good thing. 1, 2, 3. So this is the M60i model, but don't let the 6 deceive you, because under the bonnet in the facelifted model, we still have the 4.4 litre twin turbo V8. We want V8, not G8, right? The engine produces 530 horses and 750 Newton meters of torque. And it is actually a mild hybrid because we do have a small electric motor. But this engine is a proper M engine built by the M division. The power is being sent to all four wheels and it is being operated by an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Well, let's hope this hybrid system is going to rescue what I expect to be a brutal fuel economy. And that's enough about the numbers under the bonnet. And what about being a passenger in the back seat? Oh yeah, that's right. This is the additional row of seats which you can use to stretch your legs, or you can just sit. And the seating position is actually pretty good. It's not too low. You've got your own sunroof, Alcantara lining, gorgeous individual climate control, seated heat, cup holders, and you can travel in luxury and comfort. And now we are in the front. Well, actually, we are in the middle. We are a sandwich, essentially. And the space here is beautiful. You can recline the seats, of course. Also back and front. Got massive doors and massive windows, beautiful sunroof. Actually, I don't mind being a passenger in this car, not at all. Okay, let's check the boot space. We've got a split folding tailgate, which I personally really appreciate because you can sit on it, or it might be a little bit too chubby, you can lean on it. Anyway, with all the seats up, you get 326 liters of space, which is really good. You get more storage space down here as well. I do appreciate that. When you fold the last row of seats, it does take a bit of time. Take your sweet old time, that's fine. Now, this is 750 liters. Amazing, actually. And you're still carrying 5 people there, right? If you fold the middle row, you can probably put a big mattress and sleep in this car, since you have to spend a lot of money purchasing it. Anyway, that's enough about the boot space. I do love the overall style and the finish of the cabin, especially with the carbon fiber elements. But as standard, you just get the glossy black. But the glossy black stains so easily with all the sticky fingers, and it becomes reflective in a sunny weather. So I'd strongly recommend going for the carbon fiber. Now, the quality of the materials, the fit and finish is superb, with few little exceptions. I do love these M Sport leather seats. The leather looks and feels and smells divine. Although personally, I would go for the brown color, but that's just me. You also get seat massage, so I'm going to activate it by a press of a single button. Now, this is a proper seat massage versus the likes of Seat Kinetics in Mercedes GLS, where it's all a little bit of poking. I mean, it's lovely poking, but here you really get your body moving. Now, speaking of M Sport, you do get a few M Sport bits and bobs on the inside and on the outside to make this car look more sporty and, quite frankly, more expensive. For example, the tricolor seat belts, the M Sport steering wheel with the tricolor stitching. I like that. Proper paddle shifters, okay. It's all nicely done up. I do like the combination of colors and materials, very good. Although the air vents and the directional controls are a little bit flimsy and a little bit cheap, and I can't quite see where the air is going, so I just have to feel it. Is it just me? Maybe it is. Anyway, you get ambient lighting on your roof. That's amazing. I'll try to film it at night. It just puts you in such a gorgeous mood. Anyway, let's hop into practicality. Large bottle of water here, so you can easily fit that on the door bin. Although BMW could have done with a bit of lining in a door bin. It's all a little bit plastic fantastic. Never mind. You've got plenty of storage space. You can pop that bottle in here. You've got cup holder, cooling and heating. A feature I really appreciate. 12-volt socket, very good. USB port, traditional. Modern USB-C port, plenty of storage space down here, wireless mobile charging, that's a good location, you can lock, glove box, medium size actually. All right, let's move on to the infotainment system. Beautifully curved screen, I like that, just like you have that in the latest iX from BMW. So this is iDrive 8, the latest infotainment system, and in my personal opinion, together with MBUX from Mercedes, these two infotainment systems are the best on the market. I sound like a broken record, but there you go. The system itself is easy, straightforward, extremely intuitive, okay? You can operate it with your finger, or you can operate it with a swivel down here. I prefer the swivel because it's less distracting whilst you're driving, but I'll show you the map, just how quickly it responds to the touch of your finger. The graphics are crystal clear, crisp, amazing. You can plug in your iPhone and your Android, you can do it wirelessly, but really, why would you do that? Why would you pay for something that you're not using? It's just beautiful to use. Very good. Look. Down here you've got the swivel, petite key lever, I like that. You've got the shocker buttons here, okay. Very, very handy. Very good. Option, you've got also shocker buttons to change your modes. The climate, for example, you can only control with the touch screen. Some might find it a little bit distracting, but it's just a question of getting used to. I think overall the system has been designed very, very well. Okay, very good. The cabin overall, well, what can I say? It is elegant, it is sporty, and it suits the character of this car perfectly. I couldn't possibly skip launch control. BMW says that this car will do 0 to 100 in only 4.7 seconds. So let's check for ourselves. Sport mode, plus activated, traction control off, gearbox into sport, very good. Foot on the brake, foot on the throttle, launch control active. Let's go, holy shit, nice. It feels good, and the gearbox is just quick. So what is it? It is 4.24. Winner, winner, one sausage dinner. 4.24, numbers don't lie. Oh, it feels good. Let's not forget, this is a 7-seater, for goodness sake. Impressive BMW, impressive. Good driving position, you're sitting high up, seeing everything around you, big rear window, and generally speaking, driving this car makes you feel more important than just about everybody else, as if you're on the road and everybody should get off it. Look-wise, well, love it or loathe it, you are the boss. And sometimes it's this simple, size doesn't matter. Even though the air suspension here is tuned for a sporty ride, it is still heavenly and peachy. Bumps, potholes, imperfections, forget it. Even in a bumpy town, the ride is soft and it is beautiful. On the motorway where you can go fast, and believe me, in this car you will be going fast. It is peaceful, it is quiet, there's no tire noise. And did you see the size of these tires? I know! The engine and the gearbox here are like a perfect couple. they operate in such harmony. It is over smooth and silky. The steering is light when you want it and sharp and precise when you need it. This is a rear-wheel steering, which means it's a proper sport steering. But there's a downside to it. It does reduce the turning circle. Nevertheless, it is so easy to maneuver this car in and out of car parks. I mean, it's a BMW. You wouldn't expect anything less, would you? And small car? It is not. And if you're blind as a bat, well, you've got the cracking cameras. Okay, but we all know what we came here for. Sport mode activated Gearbox into sport. I brought this car on a twisty road. It's got more flavor than a straight, boring road. I'm going to floor it. Holy shit, the sound is absolutely divine. There really is no replacement for displacement. Sorry, EV fanatics. No can do. This engine is so powerful. It is so delightful. Yet, it's got impeccable manners. Oh, I absolutely love it. Oh yeah. On a twisty road, this car feels planted, it stays very flat, and it is not yet another sporty SUV which feels like an empty vessel. We can thank active anti-roll bars for it, to name a few. We also have limited slip differential on the rear axle, which essentially pushes us out of the corner, and it helps us get out of the corner faster, safer, and more gracefully. We also have M Sport brakes, and these are bloody good. And look at the size of this car, 530 horsepower. They sure have got some work to do, and they're doing very, very well. Now, all these elements do come as standard, and they're here to ensure that you don't wrap your teeth around the next tree when your ego gets a little bit inflated and you get slightly carried away. What is interesting is that even with the suspension, the sport setting, this car feels comfy. It is a nice balance. In the sport mode, the steering has got some weight added to it. It is quick, it is precise. Well, let's flick the gearbox into manual mode. And it is a proper manual gearbox. That's because it won't upshift the gear for you. It is your job, you are in control. Unlike in many sporty SUVs, where it is all a little bit fake. We might as well strike while the iron is hot. And it is very hot. I like it. The brakes. Boom. See? Elegance and grace. And what about fuel economy? Well, things are not looking too good. When you take it easy on a long distance journey, about 15 liters, and you start driving in a city and you actually start driving this car like it's meant to be driven, well, the sky is certainly the limit. Over 20, easily. If you want to save yourself some dosh, you can go for the straight 6 diesel or straight 6 petrol. Sorry, is it too much? Never. You didn't actually think I'm going to say that, did you? The more, the merrier. Now, this car is for somebody who's looking for space, practicality, all the latest gimmicks, a dash of luxury, and has got a pronounced appetite for speed and performance. In fact, for some, it might not be enough. Then you can go for the Alpina XB7, for example. If you've got the money, don't wait to live, because life is very, very short. I absolutely love this car. Yes, I do. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.